Hey, we've got an update from Wanderlust Estate. James there up in Idaho. He is talking about his health. One big issue with James over the years has been his health, and he's made no secrets about it. He's been battling a brain tumor, and with all the various treatments he's had, it's gone away. But he does say it has returned. It's very, very, very small. Much smaller than the tumor he had before, but he said it is back, and he said he's tolerating the chemo, the oral chemo that he's taking very well, and so he seems to be pretty optimistic about what's going on, and he has a bunch of doctor's appointments scheduled and some other health issues he's talking about here in his latest videos. So he has been working there in Idaho and hanging out. He's got friends and family there in that region, eastern Washington, and he says he wants to go down to the Descend on Bend, which is that big rally there for nomads and whoever else wants to go. So that's what his plans are right now. Otherwise, he is pretty much hanging out there, doing some work. I think he said he's got another job lined up, or possibly, and so that's what he does. And so anyway, so vehicles are going okay. He's got his car and he's got his Class A there, and so all seems to be progressing. And he said he said, don't worry about it. Everything's in control. So we're hoping all the best for James. He's had a tough time over the last few years with many different issues. What was it, a year ago or so? He was there in Ohio, somewhere, Kentucky, pretty much down and out, he had a previous van, remember that? And it completely didn't run anymore. It was literally falling apart. He got the used car, made it back to Washington State, and since then he's done pretty well. But back to work, upgraded his RVs and all that, and so I don't know, man. All our best to James, and best wishes, and hope things go well this fall. We shall see. We'll be right here to tell you what's going on. Oh my gosh, the Corey there, Second Chance Hiker there, is heading through Canada, from the States over to Canada, and then then he's going to head up to Alaska. Anyway, so while he's in, what is he near? Banff there. What's that, Alberta? Anyway, wherever. He's near Banff. Anyway, you're Canadian geography. Don't you know where Banff is? I know. Anyway. He wants to go kayaking in a big, beautiful lake, but there's apparently, you can't do that because zebra mussels. Zebra mussels can be tracked in on your kayak from the States, and they don't want zebra mussels up there in Canada, so he's, threatened him with jail time, you prohibited from using your kayak if you have zebra mussels on it. Anyway, he talks to some forest ranger person or something, and they say there's a inspection station over there somewhere, so he has to get his kayak inspected, make sure he's got no zebra mussels on it. Yeah, good clickbait. Good clickbait. Threaten me with jail time. He's watching too much cheap art. What's his name? Rob there, Little House Off Grid. They threw me in jail for zebra mussels. Well, anyway, so he does get to take the kayak into the water, but the water's cold, and he comes out, I guess he gets wet there completely, and feels like he's coming down with, the good old hypothermia. So I don't know, man. And of course, he went in the water there to find his keys, which he put in his jacket, and fell out, so he had to go in the water. But then he got hypothermia, but he's okay. Yeah, be careful about that. It's cold. That's cold water. Oh my, Shuttle Babe Beachcricket. Shuttle Babe Beachcricket had the virus. Man, oh man. Again, that's another story about what's it like to be living out on the road and get really sick. This is her place. This is her home. This is her house there. This is where she lives with her precious little puppy. And, she's at least is parked next to a facility with pretty good bathrooms and showers and everything else. So, she's kind of stationary, although she said she did take the vehicle out for a little trip the other day, but you know, it's pretty much, you know, she parks there and uses the facilities. You know, so she does have a, you know, fully functional bathroom, shower, flush toilet, everything, etc., etc. And anyway, so one of the, I don't know what, she's at a little facility there with pool and some other, I guess, apartments or something. And the manager comes down with the V, and then she gets it, and really, she said she was really sick with it. It's really nasty. So she says the Delta variant there has hit really hard there in Texas where she is, and you be careful. Be careful. Yeah, because she said she just couldn't breathe at all. You know, she was but she managed to get through it. Shuttle Babe Beach Cricket. Again, I can't remember her name. And I wish people, when you put in your about description, just for my sake, put your name in there, just your first name, so I know what to call you. Just, you know, I do this all the time. I try to remember everybody's name for their channel, and it's nice if you go, hi, my name is whatever, and I am living and traveling on the road in my shuttle bus. So, anyway, she's a diehard Pittsburgh sports team fan. Okay, so we'll just call her. She's feeling better, thank goodness. Anyone from the Campulence Man there, living in the Colorado mountains there with his wonderful dog Lefty, after a very long summer of a lot of work on the vehicle, and of course that bike, the bike, which arrived in a box from China, all beat up, and so a lot of work there. But now it's all paying off up in the mountains of Colorado there. And it's kind of chilly, right, in the morning, so that snow's going to be coming one of these days. I don't know, man. So anyway, what else have I been watching? Scott Manley there, our Scottish friend there. I guess he lives somewhere in Northern California. How scientists prove that, you know, people find these rocks here on Earth and they can tell they came from Mars because they glow red in the dark. No, that's not true. But it's a very good video there. Always like Scott Manley. Yeah. This is good video at CNBC. Lowe's and Home Depot. You know, when you go to pretty much any town here in the good old USA, even Canada, you know, there's two big, giant, you know, hardware outlets, you know, big box stores, either Lowe's or Home Depot. And how Home Depot's, you know, always been the dominant one, but Lowe's is, you know, the #2 fighter. You know, Lowe's actually came from the guy that started Lowe's right here, not far from Morganton, right here in western North Carolina. Did you know that? That's right. Oh, yeah. I always like Jago Hazard. He does some great videos about the London train system and their tube and their underground and all that. This is the antenna man, Tyler, there up in Pennsylvania. I did a video on this too. My video is much better than his, so please watch mine instead. Go over to the Dave Hughes channel. I did a video on Lowcast, which is a service where you could watch past tense your local broadcast television stations without an antenna for a relatively cheap price. Well, they had to shut down the other day, and because of various court issues and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's pretty sad. But I did a video on it, so go check that out. One channel that I've been watching a lot of lately is called Big Old Boats. It's only got 7,000 or 8,000 subs, but it's really cool. This guy does these documentaries on all these old ocean liners. You know, before all the cruise ships, there were the ocean liners, the Queen Mary, the QE, the Queen Elizabeth, the SS France, the Normandy, etc. Really good videos here. Big Old Boats. You know, it's a good channel. It's, you know, it's one of these smaller channels that's kind of growing up, and really cool. So check it out. Regular car guy out there in why are these channels from Pennsylvania? I don't know. Pennsylvania. We got Taco Snacks from Pennsylvania. We got this guy, another guy from Pennsylvania. Regular cars guys. Yeah. Yeah, usually he does. I like it better when he does the kind of beat up old clunkers, but you know, this is a brand new Acura, so check it out. What else have we got here? Tom Scott there, British dude who does a lot of crazy. I like Tom. He's great videos. 2 million views. So he made about 14K on this one. Wow. Somebody said 1 million views will get you about $7,000 on AdSense. So 2 million views is 14,000. So he's rolling in the dough, huh? 4-minute video, huh? He takes a plane flight that's like a couple minutes, literally. He went from one Scottish island, I think Orkney or wherever that is, up in northern England, Scotland. From one little island to another, it's literally like a couple minute plane flight. 80 to 90 seconds and covers 2 kilometers, but it's probably the world's shortest scheduled plane flight, so there. I like watching Cash Jordan, who covers New York real estate, Manhattan kind of stuff, apartments. This guy here, B. Barr, is also very good if you're into Manhattan stuff, because I'm a native New Yorker. I was actually born in Manhattan back in 1823. Anyway, inside the New York's worst subway stations, these stations are friggin' gross. They're gross. They're disgusting. And it's a shame that New York City would actually allow some of these stations to stay in their current status. But anyway, here B. Barr, they're utterly nauseating to some extent. They truly, truly, truly are. Always enjoy Nick Johnson there. He covers, he likes to, report on, statistics involved. He'll the richest counties in America, the poorest counties in America, stuff like that. He likes to, and he's from here in North Carolina, so, whatever. Anybody here in North Carolina is worth watching. That's always some good stuff. Anyway, he does some very fascinating videos about poverty in America and what's causing it and all that other stuff. So, I believe it's Moldova. There's a country there near Romania there, flying through the least visited country in Europe, Noel Phillips there. Again, always a good video from him, but I do get tired of the Surf Shark commercials in it. And now, a commercial for Surf Shark. Yeah. Aging Wheels, this is also a good channel here. This very funny guy who talks about fixing up old clunker cars. And here's a hot rod Yugo. Remember the Yugo from Yugoslavia? Yeah. Its history, forgotten tunnels under Chicago. Yeah. Rockford, one of our favorite commenters here on the Camo Dave channel, who has been battling COVID too, along with a Beachcricket lady. I don't think they know each other, but they've both been battling it, and he is out of the hospital. So all our best to Mr. Rockford. Maybe now it's time to go tour some forgotten tunnels under Chicago, okay? Okay. This is good here. We've had a number of nomads that have talked about having their catalytic converters stolen. Dawn there out in San Francisco. And, of course, whatever happened to Dave 2D? Remember he bought an Honda Element, and had his catalytic converter stolen. And this is going to Donut Media. Is your car a target for a catalytic converter theft? And there's some very expensive elements inside a catalytic converter that thieves take to various and sundry shops and get some money for them. So I don't know. So it's bad. It's bad. All right, everybody, that ought to do it for a, what is today? Friday. It's Friday, and I'm in love. It's the 3rd of September. Don't forget, every Saturday, our morning show, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow we got a guest host. Mr. Ziggy's going to be there, so he texted me yesterday, and he said, I'll be over tomorrow morning bright and early to help you host the show. And I said, wait a minute, it's Thursday, and you're coming over Friday morning. The show's on Saturday. And then he went, he texted me back, duh. That's one thing when you're living on the road. You kind of lose track of the days, you do. Every day's the same, right? Sunday's no different than a Wednesday, whatever. It's just another day on the road, right? I don't know. We'll see Ziggy tomorrow, okay? Don't forget, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time right here on the Camo Dave channel. Thank you so much for watching. You all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Vlog Hunter.